In today's world, purchasing a property can be a daunting task for many people. With the increase in cost of living and other expenses, it's becoming more and more challenging for people to save up for a property deposit. According to recent studies, the average deposit required for a property purchase in the US is around 20% of the total cost of the property, which can be a significant amount of money for many people. This, combined with the rising cost of living, including increased food and transportation costs, makes it more difficult for people to save up for a property. Let's go through an example, shall we? Let's assume the typical home value in the US is around $354,000 based on Zillow. This is fairly low compared to the average in California of $715,000, but fairly high compared to houses in Mississippi of $165,000. If we take 20% of $354,000, this comes around $70,000. But according to a survey in 2019, the average saving for an American household was less than $25,000, which means the average household would need almost 3 times their savings to afford a down payment. Despite these challenges, it's still possible to buy a property with limited funds. With some smart planning and creative thinking, you can overcome these obstacles and make your dream of home ownership a reality. Whether it's through government programs, low deposit loans, or alternative financing options, there are many ways to buy a property with limited funds. In this video, we'll be exploring 7 of these ways so that you can find the best solution for your unique situation. 1. Use an owner financing option. An owner financing option allows you to purchase a property directly from the seller, usually without involving a bank or other lender. This means you and the seller can agree on a purchase price, down payment amount, and the terms of repayment over the life of the loan. This can definitely help anyone with limited funds to make a purchase without having to secure financing from traditional sources. 2. Take advantage of rent-to-own programs. A rent-to-own program allows renters to pay an additional amount on top of their rent each month, with the intention of eventually owning the property. The renter is typically given the option to purchase the property at a later date, as long as they've been making regular payments and kept up with any other terms of the agreement. So, in a way, you're being forced to save more by way of paying an additional amount which will accumulate into the deposit for the house. 3. Utilize government programs for first-time home buyers. Many local and national governments offer first-time home buyer programs that help qualified individuals to secure financing for a property purchase. These programs are often offered in partnership with banks or other lenders and may include down payment assistance or lower interest rates than traditional loans offer. In the US, there are a number of programs to look out for, such as the Federal Housing Administration or FHA loan, the Veterans Affairs or VA loan for all veterans, or the Good Neighbor Next Door program. 4. Look into land contracts. Land contracts are agreements between buyers and sellers that allow the buyer to purchase the property on an installment plan, much like a traditional mortgage. The seller retains ownership of the land until all payments have been made by the buyer, at which point the deed is then transferred to them. This can be beneficial for those with limited funds, as it may require less money down than a traditional loan would. In a way, the risks for the seller are limited as they technically still own the land until all payments have been settled. 5. Consider partnering with other investors. Partnering with other investors to buy a property is a beneficial option for people who are not able to purchase a property outright, as it allows them to pool their resources together. With this method, multiple investors can purchase a property together and split the cost of the deposit, mortgage payments, and property ownership. This can make home ownership more affordable for everyone involved, as each person's financial burden is reduced. Additionally, partnering with other investors can also provide access to a wider pool of knowledge and expertise, which can be useful in navigating the property market and making informed investment decisions. By working together, investors can leverage each other's strengths, mitigate risks, and achieve their home ownership goals more effectively. 6. Look for deals on foreclosed homes. One way to buy a property with limited money is to look for deals on foreclosed homes. These properties have been repossessed by the lender and can often be purchased at a discount compared to market value. Many banks offer financing options for these types of purchases, so it's important to research different lenders before making a decision. Additionally, you should consider consulting an experienced real estate agent who can help guide you through the process. This option may require some patience, but it could be a great opportunity for those looking to purchase a home without spending too much money upfront. 7. Consider fixer-upper properties. A fixer-upper property means a property that is in need of repairs, renovations, or upgrades. These properties often sell for less than their market value because they require significant investment to bring them up to standard. They are usually sold as is and are typically attractive to buyers who are looking for a project or are willing to invest time and money into the property to improve its value. These properties might be a cost-effective way for people who have limited funds to buy a property. This lower price can help the buyer save on the upfront cost of the property and instead invest the money saved into fixing and improving the home. By doing the work themselves or hiring contractors, the buyer can add value to the property and increase its overall market value. In the end, the buyer can either sell the property for a profit or enjoy a newly updated and improved home for a fraction of the cost of a similar home in good condition. For those who have limited funds but dream of owning a property, it is important to know that it can be a reality with proper planning and consideration. By exploring the various options available and taking the time to research programs and financing opportunities, individuals can overcome the challenge of a limited budget and work towards their goal of home ownership. As we have discussed earlier, there are multiple paths to achieve the dream of home ownership. With a well-informed approach, anyone can become a homeowner, even with limited funds, and take the first steps towards financial stability and long-term wealth building. If you found this video useful, please share it with your friends. Give it a like, subscribe to the channel for more stuff like this, and leave a comment as to what video you would like me to do next. Bye-bye.